Namaste. Welcome to Better Living Through Yoga. I'm your host, Rosanna Shalolo from Sunrise Yoga Studio here on Oldbury Bay in Orillia. Assisting me today, we have the lovely YJ Station in Orillia, and Jason from Yoga Warriors. We're going to begin in a seated posture, comfortable. And we're going to start by just relaxing your shoulders, coming into the here and now, letting your breath anchor you in the present. Our mantra for our practice today: breathe in what you need, breathe away what you do not. Let's practice that together. Let's inhale the energy you're looking for. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart, but breathe away anything that doesn't serve you. Bowing your head, maybe dedicating your practice to someone near or far, or just finding a focus. Lightly press your palms to seal it in. Our pranayama, we're going to do diaphragmatic breathing. This helps to calm our mind and bring us into the present. We're going to layer our hands on our upper abdominal area. So our diaphragm is a band of muscle that is horizontal across the base of our lungs. And when we stretch it out, it helps to enhance that feeling of calm. So as you breathe in, I want you to feel your hands rise as you stretch. You distend your belly. And as you exhale, empty out and feel your belly drop. Let's just take a few of those, your pace. Sometimes a new outlook, a new mood is just a couple deep breaths away. Last one here. Good. And then just release. I want you to take your time coming over onto your hands and knees into our table position, our grounded foundation. Hands are just under your shoulders. And knees can be hip distance, or you may widen your knees toward the edges of your mat. We're going to come right into Child's Pose, Balasana, a resting posture. So we're just gonna melt your hips to your heels. Extend your arms and let your forehead land on something. So if it doesn't quite meet the mat, you can stack your hands or use a block or a pillow. I want you to continue that diaphragmatic breathing. And just know that you are welcome to stay as long as you need here, breathing in what you need, and breathing out what you do not. We're going to transition. You're going to lift your head slightly. I want you to shift forward onto your forearms as you slide your legs out behind you. We're coming into Sphinx Pose. So this is a baby back bend. Elbows are directly under the shoulders, palms are flat, and our heart is lifted. So we feel this nice elongation through the torso. Shoulders are down. Let's take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, just peek over your right shoulder as your left shoulder drops into your midline. Inhale, center, square those shoulders. Exhale, other way, gaze left, right shoulder drops in. Good. Inhale to center. As you exhale, we're going to come into Crocodile, which is another resting posture. So our elbows are wide, hands are stacked. Let your forehead rest on your hands. And maybe you can massage your brow, rolling your head across your hands. You can even bend your knees and sway your feet east, west, slowly. And if your feet are swaying, release them back down. We're going to explore a few spine strengthening poses. So YJ is going to repeat the Sphinx pose. Okay, Jason and I are going to demonstrate locust. So in locust, we slide our hands down our sides, palms face up, feet are closer together. Jason's going to leave his hands free. I'm going to interlace my hands at my low back for a nice chest shoulder stretch. On an inhale, we lift the heart, reaching those hands back. As you exhale, maybe you lift the feet, maybe the knees. We're really drawing up from the earth. It's really important to keep that breath flowing, fueling the posture, the musculature of your back body. Your crown reaches forward, your toes, your hands reach back. Let's take one more big breath, lifting, and then let it go. I want you to release to your left cheek. Let your hands fall by your sides and just relax with ease. Feel a wave of relaxation wash across you. Letting go. Neutralize your neck. Turn to the right cheek. Look over to the left for a couple breaths. Good. And then turn your gaze back to the mat. Let's slide our hands under the shoulders, press back through tabletop. Just pause here for a moment. So however you need to release that, I like to come into a mad cat. So we arc the spine, create space in the low back. You can also sway your hips side to side, maybe roll your head across to the opposite shoulder, or even circle your hips around, more north-south, or just kind of around. Just move with ease, enhancing that mind-body connection. Kinesthetic awareness. Good, back through center. Preparing for downward facing dog. Hands slightly higher than shoulders, fingers spread super wide. Make sure there's space between your knees. We're gonna tuck all 10 toes under. Draw your knees up from the earth, press back, heart toward thighs, and we always walk the dog initially just to get rid of that stiffness in the lower legs. So just pedal your feet. Good, and let's rise to our tippy toes. Let's bend our knees. Inhale, look forward to the top of your mat. And then exhale, deepen and press back. Heart to thighs. Hold and breathe. Maybe nod yes, shake no. And just let your chin settle towards your chest. So you're actively rooting into your hands to guide your tail to the sky. Remember, your heels can float up. Your knees can be soft. One more big breath here. Letting go, sigh. And then gaze forward and slowly walk into that waterfall. Upper body just drapes. You can sway if you like. You can take your elbows. Letting go of what you don't need to make room for what you do. We'll come back to center and just round through the spine to come up slowly. Fingers just trace the fronts of your legs. Once you're standing, you can lift the shoulders up, back and down. And we'll find mountain. The magic of mountain pose, anchoring through those feet. Good. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale to a swan dive. Wide arms fold in half. Inhale, half lift. So hands to the earth, shins or thighs. Look forward. And then exhale, bow. Reverse swan. Airplane wings. Inhale, out and up. Exhale to heart center. Nice. Okay. We're going to bring our feet a little closer together. We're going to do our side bends. So release your arms back into mountain. Take a moment. And then rooting through the feet, inhale, reach high. I want you to take a hold of your left wrist. So right hand on left wrist. Exhale, arc to your right, up and over. Neutralize your head, neck. We're heavy into the right foot. Optional curtsy lunge, take it or leave it. The left foot just steps back as you bend into your knee a little bit. This just deepens the stretch. Good. Inhale, feet together, lengthen up. Now switch your grip. Take a hold of your right wrist. Exhale this time to the left. Maybe just gaze up to that top arm. Really plant into your left foot. And then let's take maybe the right toes back for a little curtsy. Good. Feet together. Inhale, reach. And then just let it go. Release your arms by your sides. Come back to mountain. Just pause. Just take a moment. Next, inhale, reach up. Keep the arms extended, framing your face. As you exhale, have a seat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Let's try to hold for a few breaths. Getting a little heavier into the heels. Maybe letting your toes float up. Try to keep your face relaxed. Find some ease in the effort. One more big breath. Relax those toes. Inhale, lift your heart. Maybe a little back bend. Look up. And then swan dive from here. Exhale, fold in half. Good. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale, letting go. Good. So I want you to bend your knees enough you can touch the mat. We're going to inhale your right leg back and toes to the back of the mat into a lunge. So we'll just take a moment to align that front knee over the ankle. Heavy into the hips, getting into that right hip flexor. All right, we're going to take a wide straddle forward fold. So I want you to take your left hand on the inside of your foot, and we're gonna pivot all the way around. All 10 toes point to the right edge of your mat, and make sure your feet are parallel. We're gonna bow here. Keeping your knees micro bent, you can take your hands on your lower legs. Get a little heavier into your toes. And keep those knees soft. So this is called Prasarita Padotanasana. Optional to interlace your hands at your low back, reaching up and over your head. Good. Release your hands to the earth. Lift half up. And then pivot all the way around to that front foot. Look forward and step ahead. Good. Reverse swan. Inhale, rise. And exhale to your heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, swan dive, hinge at your hips forward, fold. Breathe into half lift. Exhale, bow. Breathe in, left leg lifts, toes to the back of the mat in our lunge. So front knee is over ankle. We're gonna take the right hand on the inside of your foot and we're gonna pivot all the way around. So we're gonna walk around to the left side of your mat. So make sure that your feet are parallel, so adjust as needed, big toe slightly in. And once more, just bow here. Keep a softness in your knees. Your hands can clasp the backs of your legs, or again, you can take that mudra grip, maybe take your non-dominant grip, other index finger forward. Just get nice and heavy into your toes. Feel the length of your crown reaching to the earth, shoulders are back. Breathe in what you need. Breathe away what you don't. Feel anything you don't need, just roll off your shoulders. Hands return to the mat. We're gonna lift slightly. And we're going to point your big toes open slightly. We're gonna take a reverse swan. Open your arms wide. Inhale all the way up. Reach overhead. Palms connect. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna bend our knees and we're gonna track our knees over the ankles. So we're coming into our temple pose. So tailbone tucks down, heart lifts up. And then we're going to just Extend the arms overhead. Palms together, just above your head. This posture reminds us that our body is a temple. So treat it as such. Honor it. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, straighten those legs, reach up. Swan dive all the way forward to the earth. Bow. Good, just let that go. We're gonna get into a really nice hip opener, Malasana, Garland pose. So I want you to start bringing your feet closer, heel toe them in, but again, flaring your big toes out. So feet are about shoulder distance. You're gonna drop your hips and lift your heart. Palms to heart center. Elbows gently press those knees open. Now, if at home you find that your heels are lifted because you have tight Achilles or hamstrings, you can use a blanket or a towel and actually roll it up and support the back of your heels. Let's stay and breathe. Again, find ease in the effort. This is a great hip opener. Also good for firing up your metabolism. Let's take one more breath. To release, I want you to take your hands behind you, and we're just gonna bring your seat right down to the mat and pivot to face forward, legs long. Good. And we're going to take a twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana, we're going to do half Lord of the Fishes. Twists are extremely beneficial to your spine health, and they're very detoxifying. Let's gather up the back of your right thigh and draw your knee in. Okay, you can keep your foot where it is. YJ will keep hers to show you the modification. Or you can lift your foot and place it to the outside of your leg. Jason's going to keep his legs straight. I'm going to offer a variation where you bend that straight leg. Okay, this can only be done comfortably or safely if both sitting bones are still rooted to the earth. If you find you're lopsided, straighten your leg back out. Okay, we're going to start tall spine. Right hand comes behind your hip, inside of your wrist, super close to you, and straighten the arm so it props you up. YJ is going to hug her knee. Okay, Jason and I are going to hook. So the left elbow is to the outside of your thigh, palm open. We'll start with a spine lengthening inhale, face forward. As you exhale, twist slowly. Drishti traces over your shoulder. And we're gonna stay for a few rounds of breath. Our mantra here is root down to rise up. Or inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to twist a little bit more. One more full breath. And then slowly release, face forward. Good, and then we'll unravel. We'll bring that right leg out and bring the left knee in. So again, it's important that you mirror whatever you did on the other side. So either foot on inside or out, legs straight or bent knee. Okay, tall spine, left hand is behind your hip, nice and close to you. So that's like a second spine arcing or lifting your spine. And either hook or hug that knee. Inhale. Exhale, gaze to the left and beyond. Massaging your organs and wringing out what you don't need. So that when we eventually do release, you get that influx of fresh blood, oxygen to the soft tissue around your spine. New energy. Last big breath. Exhale, slowly gaze forward. Good, and then just unravel. We'll bring our legs out and just adjust your seat as needed. palms face up. And just welcome some calming energy. We are going to transition down onto our back. And we'll do so with bent knees, feet flat. And just position yourself in the very center of your mat. We can lower down by holding on the backs of your thighs, squeezing your knees together, and just unravel. Or if you're looking for a little bit more, you can come into Navasana. You can lift your feet, lift your heart. Maybe open your arms. Imagine you're holding a beach ball. Curl up the corners of your mouth. Keep the breath flowing for 3, 2, and 1. Hold those thighs, hug in, round that back, and I want you to roll all the way down until your head is on the mat. Good. We are going to keep your arms nice and long, palms to the floor, and just make sure there is some space between your feet. So about hip distance. Good. We're going to come into bridge pose. Pressing through feet, backs of shoulders, inhale, elevate your hips off the mat. YJ will keep her palms flat. Jason's going to interlace, he's taking a bind, and this just encourages the opening of the chest and shoulders. And then I want you to try to relax the face, unclench the jaw, and leave a softness in the well of your throat for that air to flow. Good. Let's take another deep breath. Good. If your hands are connected, release them. And I want you to tuck your chin and slowly lower one vertebra at a time all the way down. Beautiful. Turn your palms up. You can spill your arms out. You can even cactus or goal post your arms and just soak that in. And then I want you to hug your right knee into your chest and slide your left foot out so your leg is long. Good. We're going to come into a twist, a supine twist. So you're going to keep your left hand on that right knee. Good. Right hand beside you. And you're going to roll over to your left side. So you're going to let that right foot just land to the earth. If it doesn't comfortably land, you can use a block or a pillow at home to just support the foot. And if you can, if your neck is okay, you're going to turn the opposite way. Gaze away from that knee. And just scan your body. Notice if you're gripping or holding on or tensing, and really just try to let go. Release to the mat. Slowing down your breath. Slowing down your thoughts to match the pace of your breath. Take your time coming onto your back. Keep that right knee into your chest for a hug. Bring your left knee in as well. And then we'll switch sides. So now your right leg is out. Left knee is in. Left arm can just release by your side. And now we roll over to your right side. Release the weight of your foot. And maybe turn your gaze away. You can close your eyes if you like. And just be with your breath. Let your thoughts flow in and flow out. And then take your time coming onto your back. Good. Both knees hug into your chest. And I want you to massage that low back. Start to circle your knees around one way and then the other. Good. And then steady your knees to center. Embryo pose. So we lift our forehead to our knees. Give yourself a super tight squeeze, locking in all the goodness of your practice. And then let it go. Head back to the mat, feet down. Start to slide your feet toward the bottom corners of your mat. Let your arms expand away from your body, palms face up. You can close your eyes and continue your journey within. Noticing the quality of your breath, quality of your thoughts, quality of your energy. Bringing yourself back to that sanctuary within. I encourage you to remain in Shavasana for as long as you need to soak in the benefits of our practice today. Thank you so much for joining. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste.